Well, like I was saying, I put her out of here a few times for picking guys up. But then, well, what do you know? Speak of the devil, huh? There she goes, the one I was telling you about, Paula James. See over by the table over there?
What do you mean you went to Chicago to see my mother?
I had to talk to her.
Talk to her? You don't even know her.
I know her enough. Enough to have her maybe talk some sense into you.
My senses are just fine, thank you. If I'd needed a press agent, I would have asked for one.
Courtney, I was desperate. I wanted to talk you out of this stupid marriage to Vaughn.
Oh, you've got your nerve.
Somebody's got to talk some sense into you. Well, don't worry about it. 'Cause I don't think she understood a thing I said.
Are you satisfied now?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your family and for you.
Oh, so you see that I wasn't exaggerating about my mother's illness, or the kind of care that she needs.
That's why it kind of surprised me to find out that your father's moving her out of Rose Hill.
What are you talking about? My father moving her from Rose Hill. They've got the best facility anywhere.
That's what the nurse told me.
But that's impossible because my mother needs constant medical attention.
I have constant medical attention. It's just going to be a lot less expensive, that's all.
I don't believe you.
Courtney, I found it hard to believe myself, but the nurse swore.
Now, why would my father do something like this?
You told me he has financial problems. I tell you what, after taking a look at that place up there, he's paying a bundle to keep her there. Hey, if it's true that your father's moving her because, you know, get her in someplace less expensive, wouldn't that kind of take the pressure off of you marrying Vaughn?
That has nothing to do with it.
That has everything to do with it. You can't tell me that isn't the main reason you're marrying Vaughn. It's not because you love him.
I don't want to argue with you anymore, Peter.
And I can't just sit back and watch you marry a guy that you couldn't care less about.
Now, my father wouldn't do this without telling me.
I'm afraid he did. You see, I confronted him about it, and I could tell by his reaction that he hadn't told you.
I don't understand what any of this means.
It's simple. Hey, you're free of Vaughn. You don't have to marry him anymore. You see, your mother's bills are going to be taken care of with something other than his money. Now you...
It is not that simple. That isn't the only reason I'm marrying Vaughn. Doing it to save my father's business.
Your father's business?
Yes.
You're going to marry Vaughn to save your father's skin?
Yes, I am. And if I had to make the same decision again, I would. But the thing that hurts me is why he didn't confide in me when he made these plans.
Russ, is that you?
One and only. What brings you to this neck of the woods?
Oh, I was just in the neighborhood.
Ernie tells me you're asking about me last week.
Oh, yeah, I was just wondering what you were up to these days. Isn't that right, Ernie?
Oh, yeah. Just asking about you, Russ.
Well, I'm flattered. So what have you been up to these days?
Well, I'm off the streets.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm living with a family of real straight people. And I got a job.
Doing what?
Oh, I'm working as a waitress.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Where?
Do you know Leon's Diner?
Do I know Leon's Diner? He wouldn't be in business if it wasn't for me. How come I never see you there?
You see, he's got me on the funniest hours. Well, we probably just missed each other.
Oh, yeah, right. We probably just missed each other. Paula, how come you were asking about me the other night?
Well, you see, it's kind of embarrassing.
I don't know.
I never got a chance to thank you when you protected me when, Ronnie and Lance wanted to rough me up.
Sure you did. Not that I keep track when someone thanks me.
Well, you know, I must have been out of it if I did, because I just don't remember. But, well, now that I've seen you, I guess I could just thank you and be on my way, huh?
Well, without me buying you a drink?
Oh, no, look, really, I have dinner waiting for me. Oh, you know those people I'm staying with.
You're sure?
Yeah, really, it's all right. But it was nice seeing you again, Russ. Thanks again for all your help.
Gonna get you something, Russ?
Something's not quite right here.
What's that?
First Lance breaks out of prison, and then, all of a sudden, Paula comes back into my life.
My father wouldn't do something like this, and why wouldn't he tell me about it? No, he's always been upfront with me before.
Father's a very proud man. I'm sure it wasn't an easy decision for him.
He's also a very honest man.
He's also under a lot of pressure. I'm sure that he's worried about losing face in front of his friends if he moves her from someplace that's less than the best.
And I thought peer pressure ended with adolescence. The Lake Forest social merry-go-round. I hate it. I guess you're never free from that kind of pressure.
Well, you could be. With me.
Not making things any easier. I've got to talk to my father.
Want me to go with you?
No. No, that would only make things worse.
Well, let me at least drive you over there.
I've got to be alone right now. Oh, I've got a million questions going on in my head, and I've got to sort through them.
Could I ask you one more?
What?
How does all this affect us?
You never give up, do you, Daddy?
I got too much to lose if I do.
Peter!
Okay.
Let go.
Hey, get this thing straightened out with your father and call me if you need me.
What'd you find out? Did you find Weaver?
Yeah, I ran into him at the Castaway Bar. He's back from his little trip.
Did he see you?
I said I ran into him.
Hey, listen, honey, don't get smart with me. You understand? I don't take bad attitude from nobody.
Okay, Lance. Jeez. We talked.
Was he suspicious?
Well, at first. I mean, he didn't understand why I'd been looking for him.
What'd you tell him?
Well, I told him I just wanted to thank him for getting me out of the prostitution ring.
He bought it?
I guess, as far as I know.
Guy's more stupid than I thought.
Look, Lance, why don't you just leave town? Why don't you just get as far away from here as you can get?
What are you, nuts? What's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, the longer you stay here, the more likely you're going to be found out.
Listen, honey, I want to tell you something. You listen to me. If you told anybody that I'm around here, the pretty little face of yours ain't gonna be pretty anymore.
Oh, and you come off it, you know I haven't told anyone.
All right, let's keep it that way, okay?
Okay.
All right. I just got a little business to settle, okay? I'm not gonna leave until I get a hold of Weaver.
All right, I understand.
Okay.
Okay, but look. Now, I did what you asked me to do, and I located Weaver for you. Now, you do me one favor in return.
What's that?
Don't bother me again. As far as I'm concerned, I am out of this.
Okay. You got it.
Thanks.
Just remember one more little thing, though. That's right. You're out of this. That's right. Lance will always know where to find you. Okay? Voila!
Do a little light reading in here in the den. Mom isn't here, so,
Apparently you're not either, Peter.
What?
Didn't you hear me honking behind you? I've been following you about 5-6 blocks, and obviously you don't look in your rear view mirror at all, do you?
I've had a lot on my mind, I guess.
I noticed that. You were real lucky there were no policemen around at the last light.
But I thought I was yellow when I went through.
Don't try arguing it in court.
Yeah. No, anyway, Mom will probably be here around, I don't know, 4
Oh, it
4.
doesn't matter. I'm not here to see your mom. I'm here to talk to you.
Was this about the never-ending saga of Courtney and Peter?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it is. I thought I'd fill you in on the last chapter.
Well, I have a few pages to add myself, but go ahead.
Okay. Courtney has decided to marry Vaughn. Okay, I know that's not new, but she's decided to marry him here in Kingsley, and she's asked me to be her maid of honor.
When's the last time you talked to Courtney?
Oh, it was just yesterday, and believe me, I was just as shocked as you. I hope you don't mind, Peter. I gave in. I went ahead and I agreed.
Oh, it probably won't make any difference.
Unfortunately, I think it does, because since the wedding is now here in Kingsley, it seems to have made things a lot easier for her now that I'm involved.
Yeah, I appreciate what you're saying, but I should probably explain something to you.
Okay, what's that?
The marriage is off.
Peter, that can't be. Like I said, I just talked to her yesterday.
Well, I talked to her today. Something you should know. I went up to Chicago to see your Aunt Phyllis.
Why would you do that?
It's a long story, but I did find out that your Uncle Preston is thinking about moving her to some less expensive sanitarium.
Does Courtney know that?
He didn't seem to think it was important enough to tell her. I did.
So you told her.
Yeah, I just came from there.
Well, how'd she take it? I mean, what'd she say?
Well, I think she's decided it's time to have a little talk with Daddy.
Yeah, come in.
You busy?
Always. Oh, hi, Russ. Have a seat while I fill out this report.
Report, huh? They told me that police work was a glamour job.
Oh, yeah, hardly. How do you spell Auburn?
Auburn, you make Auburn football?
Auburn like hair.
Ah, yeah, that's A-U-B-U-R-N.
All right.
What are you writing there, John? Is that a police report or you got one of them nasty novels going there?
Ha ha ha. That's very funny.
I know it is, I said it.
What do you want?
Well, it's about Hugo Lancelot,
Uh-huh.
a chick named Paula, and the fact that I think that Lance sent her out looking for me.
Do I detect a little paranoia here?
Well, you tell me. She's in the Castaway Bar a couple nights ago asking questions about me. I stop in there today. Lo and behold, who shows up but our sweet little friend Paula.
Maybe she's just thirsty a lot.
No, I don't think so. She got to look at me and almost darted out of the place.
Did she say that Lance sent her?
No, but... You know, I haven't seen Paula since before Ronnie Washington was shot and Lance went upstate, and all of a sudden she shows up? Just after Lance breaks out of prison? I mean, come on, John. Doesn't that seem like a few too many coincidences for you?
Well, it sounds like it's worth investigating. Where is she?
Well, that's the other thing. She told me she was working over at Leon's diner.
Yeah.
Well, I stopped in to Leon's. Never heard of her.
This is getting more interesting by the minute. The guys downtown are putting the heat on us to find Lancelot, so, this might be the break we're looking for.
Hey, speaking of breaks, you had any luck running down your Bible thieves yet?
Diplomatic immunity.
What?
Yeah, that princess seems to be for real, and those two thugs she drags around with her, all three of them have this official diplomatic Dorian status. So even though I got eyewitnesses, I can't do anything.
A real princess. Yeah. Diplomatic immunity, huh? You can't be kidding. That blows me away.
Well, petition the State Department.
You know, I might be able to be some help here.
Yeah?
Yeah, the princess, she sort of took to me when I returned her purse.
Oh, I see. You find one bullet in Amber Phillips' apartment, all of a sudden you're a big detective, right?
Hey, what can I say, right?
Why don't you say I'll be a good boy and stick to hospital work?
Ah, come on, John. Hey, I might come in real handy. And I may just be the only person in all of Kingsley who might be trusted by our sweet, dear High Princess.
Well, I'll think about it. If I buy that crazy idea, I'll give you a call.
Yeah, you do that, John. Give me a buzz. I'm in the phone book under S.
Oh,
Spade.
What?
Sam, Spade, you know the... Yeah, forget it, John.
Reload.
I can't believe that Uncle Preston wouldn't tell Courtney about his intentions to move Aunt Phyllis.
Oh, yeah? I'm just happy it happened before the wedding.
Oh, Peter, if you think she's going to call off the wedding just because of this, I think
Hold
you
it,
better
hold it.
reconsider.
You don't think she's going to go through with this thing after everything that's happened?
Well, I agree with you that without the extravagant expense of Aunt Phyllis's care hanging over her head, Courtney may tend to look at things differently. But that's-
Differently? Her father and Vaughn have tricked her. Of course she's going to be able to see these trade-offs they've been doing behind her back. At the expense of her happiness, just for her father's well-being.
Okay, so that might be true, but in his own way, I think that Vaughn really loves Courtney.
Yeah. Yeah, like, possession is 9/10 of the law?
Okay, so you might be right. But I've tried everything to get her to delay the wedding. No, she is so determined.
She's determined, but not stupid. And she's going to be able to see that her father is lying if he tries to deny that he was sending his wife.
Peter,
someplace
that's
else.
if he denies it.
Yeah, if. And I think he will deny it. That way Courtney will be able to get to the bottom of this thing. I'm just so impatient. Because I know the sooner she does, the sooner that we can get her.
Yeah, the sooner you can begin writing the next chapter of this never-ending saga.
That's right.
So how do you see this whole story developing?
That's easy. Peter and Courtney get married. They live happily ever after.
Jimmy, this... Oh, Gene, it's you.
Well, welcome home to you.
Well, you just weren't supposed to come home this early.
Well, why is that? Because you and some other fellow are going to have a little dinner here by candlelight at my expense?
Yeah. Until you came home early and ruined my surprise.
Oh, well, excuse me, young lady, but maybe I should just leave and make my entrance a little later, huh?
No. The surprise is over, even if I'm not ready for you.
Well, I must say, this is kind of nice for you to think all of this up. I presume that Jimmy's going to be spending his time elsewhere, huh?
That's right, and Alicia followed the Sandman away about an hour ago.
Why do I get the feeling there's something more to this than just dinner by candlelight?
I don't know. Maybe it's because you need to leave your work somewhere in the very farthest recesses of your mind.
Yeah, but even if it means taking you to Kingsley's most exclusive social event of the year?
What's that?
The art auction over there at the museum?
You never told me about this. Oh, what am I going to wear? Oh, I've got to get my
Wait a minute,
hair
Carl. No, wait a minute. Don't worry about that.
Well, maybe you don't have to worry about it, but I do.
Baby, listen. Honey, you'd look fine with a slipcover, as far as I'm concerned, you
Yeah,
know?
that's easy enough for you to say.
Look, I'm telling you, you're gonna look fine no matter what you wear. I mean, besides, you're gonna be the best looking woman there anyway. You know what I mean?
Mr. Redland. Do I detect a bit of before dinner maneuvering?
Yeah, that's right. This is what's known as the soup du jour red lawn. You know what I mean? Yeah. One sip and then you may want to skip the main course, if you know what I mean.
I think I do.
We could find a less expensive institution. You could, with your Pollyanna attitude, sacrifice your education, come home to take care of your mother. But that would not solve our problem.
Why not?
Because Vaughn Sumner and his father owned controlling interest in Carpenter Shipping. You reject Vaughn, we lose everything. Your mother won't have a choice. She ends up a ward of a state. God knows where I wind up.
Dad, what are you doing here?
Vaughn and I have been looking all over for you.
Yeah, you're not the only ones. Guess my idea of hiding out in the dorm wasn't a good one. Well, I was on my way over to visit you anyway, so might as well come in.
Thank you. Well, it's quite a coincidence.
Hell, I don't think it had anything to do with coincidence.
Well, why not?
I need to know exactly what you're planning to do about Mom's care.
What do you mean?
Don't play dumb with me.
Look, I'm not. You seem very upset. What is it, Courtney?
Well, I just had a little visit from Peter, and he had some very interesting news for me concerning Mom's treatment. Now, I think it's time that you stop lying to me and tell me the truth.